Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to my channel, Bricolage with Pink Girly. I'm just ironing a little bit. I've got some things I've got to get ironed to take with me on my trip to Ohio. So I'm just going to do this while some of my friends start to trickle in. See who will join me today. I have an idea and a plan of what I need to get accomplished. I just didn't pull out everything I think I'm going to need. So I'm just going to kind of wing it. I'm using my little craft iron that was gifted to me by my dear Teresa. It's so cute. I'm used to using that big honking heavy iron, and oh my goodness, this is like so lovely. So some of you know that Jacqueline and I are going to meet for the first time. That's Jacqueline from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. Many of you know her. And I leave very early Wednesday morning next week. And we're going, hey, Ange, how you feeling today, kid? So I want to iron some things. It's like trying to decide what we're going to build at least one journal together, maybe more. We're going to have some free time, but we're going to build a journal or two. Hey, Jen, how are you? Oh, how you doing, Jen? You're doing okay, Ange? That's good. Hey, Joyce, good morning. Joyce, I was going to send you a tracking number, and my goofy brain, I didn't remember to do it. I didn't remember. Okay, so I'm just ironing a little bit of stuff. It's hard to decide what to take. I wish I could just pack up my whole, well, not even pack up, just hitch a chain to the back of my craft space here and just fly it all to Ohio. Hey, Brenda, good morning. Oh no, moving. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that's scary and fun, Jen. I don't know how old you are, but I always say, oh, an adventure at whatever age I am. Actually, I love buying houses. I love moving. Of course, I don't do a lot of the work. Other people do that for me. Yes, I'm flying. So I'm trying to. Now, Jacqueline and I both really like this gal on YouTube called Amity Bloom. And we like to bloom. Oh, you're 60, Jen? Oh, yeah, you're a youngin', but you're older than I thought. Oh, honey, that's so nice. Oh my gosh, enjoy it. That is so nice. Yeah, I would like to move back to Pennsylvania, but I think I've resigned to the fact that that's not going to happen. But oh well. We have a nice little comfortable place here in South Jersey, so I can't complain. All right, so look at this trim I picked up. I got to know about a site called whatnot. Hey, Carol, good morning. And I had never heard of it before. Of course, Jacqueline knew about it. Jacqueline knows everything there is to know about online stuff. So she warned me. She said, don't go in there. But I was curious about how it worked and what it might look like as far as a selling opportunity, versus like Etsy. So in I go. And it's just, I don't know what I'm doing, right? So I see this one person advertising like fabric and trims and whatnot. So I go in there, figure out how to start chatting. And she's selling fabric. Very similar to what like some of the girls do on YouTube. But they put the pieces in that she was selling very differently than what we do on YouTube. And so I finally spoke up and said, do you have any trim? And she's like, oh, yeah, I have. Oh, look, I'm wondering why my iron's not working. I pulled the cord out. Hold on. So she said, oh, yeah, I never get to show my trim. And then I always forget that I have it. She said, let me pull some out. So she started pulling out some lace and some trim. And this was one of them. So this is very Bloom. If you follow Amity Bloom at all, this is very Bloom. So her prices weren't bad. I don't remember what this was, but isn't it gorgeous? I never saw anything like this before. But it's got a couple little spots that are bent up, so I thought maybe I would like to iron them down before I take it to Jacqueline's. So making a little stack here. Now we're going to work on a journal and a hanky journal. Use Jacqueline's hankies. She's using hankies I think she purchased on Amazon, which is fine. They're all cute, right? So I got vintage ones because my friend Betty, who passed away recently, probably about a year or so ago, she asked me to come down and see her, which I did. I went down to her house. She lived 3 houses down from us. And she said, there's a box on the dining room table. Forget about it, Ange. I'm not sending it to you. It would look cute. Oh, you do, Carol? Oh, we just love her. So Carol says she likes Amity Bloom too. So so I went down to see my neighbor. She said there's a box on the dining room table. So I go over and I pick up this box. Now the box is all textured. I put the box away, so I can't show you. The box is all like textured and raised up and looks old, And she said, I want you to have that box and what's in it. And I said, well, why? And she said, I want you to have it. So I sat down and I opened it up and it's filled with hankies. She said when she was growing up, her mom, I don't know, some department store or something was doing a hanky of the month club. And her mother was taking part of that. And every month she got a different hanky. Now, I don't know how long this happened, but you figure my friend was 96 when she passed away, and these were her mother's. So these babies are old. Some of them are old. And I just have been storing them in the box. Now, some of them I don't care. Hey, Jacqueline, some of them I'm not a big fan of. And some of them I have, duplicates, which is, fine. And some I keep calling them napkins. Some of the hankies I purchased, but a lot of these are my friends. Oh, Carol spelled your name right. All right. Carol gets a gold star. So I wanted to iron a couple of these. This I think I might need a little more heat than this guy's giving me. This is kind of heavy, but it's gorgeous. Anyway, the girl on Whatnot. Um, oh, you did? Okay, so some of you girls know, some don't. Um, our retreat, we've had to make other arrangements um, due to a situation out of our control. So rather than do a retreat, we're doing our own retreat at Jacqueline's house. So, we'll just kind of switch gears a little bit. Now, this is one of my friend's hankies. That was her mom's. See, I'm just not crazy about this because it says happy birthday on this eventful day, which is fine. But, you know, I don't necessarily want that in my journal. But this would look great in a journal, right? So I want to take some of these. So we went through, look, I keep knocking my cord out. Come on, little fella. I guess I didn't push it in tight enough. So I just want to iron some of these a little bit. So I thought I would do that while you guys start coming in. And then this way you get to see the napkins too. Some of them are just, well, we pulled out a lot that are the same. Some of them are just delightful. And then I think her mom bought other ones that maybe weren't in the club. I tried to do a little research to see if I could figure out who was running that and like what that was all about. But I didn't spend a lot of time, but I didn't come up with much of anything. Now, these are probably going to get wrinkled up a little again anyway, but I thought I would just try to give them a little iron. Some of you will remember my friend's son demanded she get back something she had given me, which I was, a little disappointed about. But thankfully, she didn't say anything to him. He didn't know about the hankies. Yes, it would make a cute bowl. But really, Ange, what wouldn't? Okay? What wouldn't make a cute bowl? All right, this little guy, I'm going to sit him over here. See, just got to figure out the best way to use. See, I can't plug him in where I want to plug him in, where he'd be to the right of me. I'm talking about the iron like he's a person. So I think this is ironed enough where I'm just not sure now that I'm using this little iron if it's got enough heat for what I need. Look at this one. Now this one, I might have bought this. Now this looks like somebody tried to do some little tatting on the edges, which is, it's okay, but it's not the best. Where do you see some? Oh, hi, Linda. How's Tim doing? Is he doing good? Is he having a good day? It's a little chilly here again, but it's sunny. And then some of you, I had said I was going to go and get together with Laura, Jersey Laura, today. And I don't think she'll mind me sharing this. But here, her dear mom is having some struggles. And she's had to have some doctor appointments that needed to be scheduled today. Or, yesterday, whatever. I mean, she's had to make that a priority, which I totally get. And even if they don't have a doctor appointment today, if they had a busy day yesterday, you need a day to rest. So Good morning, Gail. So Laura and I have put our plans on a back burner. Now she's not too far from me, so it's very doable. And we're just going to play it by ear. And she's going to just take care of her mom and do what her mom needs. Lori, I sent you a picture book that I found at a book sale. Oh, Carol, that's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, that's so dark. Thank you so much. Oh, that's exciting. So this little guy, now some of these napkins, see, I keep saying napkins, some of these hankies, they're just okay, but some of them are just, oh, they're so soft and darling. Now this one, I don't know what you call it, but it's got this like open, Gil, you probably know, like open work. I don't know if that's what they called it. And look, it's on all four corners, which is unusual. A lot of times the design is just on one corner on some of these little handkerchiefs. See, I wasn't into any of this stuff when my grandma was still alive or my nanny. I could have gotten some stuff from them, but I just didn't know. Yeah, something like open work or something like that. I bought um I think I have a book somewhere, like like a leisure arts book or something, like a little instruction book on how to do that. But it sounded so complicated. I just, I just put it aside. I thought, you know what, you're never going to be able to do that. You're never going to figure it out. So welcome in, everyone. I've got quite a few of these to do. I'm just going to sit and relax and do this, and then we can just chat. So, what's everybody else up to today? I have to make a card. Well, I don't have to. I want to make a card. We have a neighbor by the name of Pat, and she's a little bit of a party animal. This little Pat. She likes to have picnics and parties, and she's a great host. And she lives around, you're making bowls, Ange. Good job. Good. Um, Now this one I had two of, so I'm taking this to Jacqueline. This is going to be for her. She loves red. Red is her favorite color. See how see-through they are? They're just so yummy. Cut work. Oh, thanks, Gail. Cut work. I knew you would know it. Gail likes to do handwork and stitching. I knew that was right up her alley. Cut work. It just looks like they take pieces of the fabric and push them aside and make a design. I don't know if that's how they do it. Maybe they do, like on an embroidery hoop. I don't know. Maybe I should Google it. But anyway, what was I telling you? Oh, so Pat. So Pat loves to have parties and throw parties. She's a great host. So we got an invitation. Our neighbor that's right next to us is having a birthday, and Pat's throwing her a little surprise soiree on Saturday. So hubby and I were out yesterday. We had to have blood drawn. So we went and we did that. And then we stopped at a little local candy store, which some of his friends have been talking about. So we got a little treat for our neighbor. And I'm trying to get a Sophie scarf done for her, which that's doable too. I'm doing the crochet pattern, not the knitted pattern. So it goes much quicker. I'm going to take this to Jay too because it's red and I'm not that crazy about this. So look how wrinkly this is. I'm just trying to straighten these up a little bit. I was just thinking I'm going to have so many wonderful things in my suitcase. I hope they don't lose my luggage. So this definitely screams Valentine's Day. So I think probably my friend's mom, I was trying to think of her mom's name. I think it might have been Elizabeth. I'm not sure. I'm sure she told me. Gail said she just finished an upcycled fabric crocheted basket. Oh, that sounds yummy, Gail. Gail, do you post your stuff anywhere? Was wondering about that yo-yo blanket or what you were making a big project. I'd love to see that too. So we're going to go down to Pat's on Sunday. We've had quite a busy life this last week. We're not usually very busy, but gosh, we were out. Well, not out. We had company Saturday. My sisters were here. Sunday, our daughter was here. And then we had blood drawn yesterday. Cubs had card club on Monday. And then we have the party on Saturday. Here's another one that's red. Okay, Gail. Oh, I would love to. I don't mean to put any pressure on you, but I would love to see your work. And I'm sure, and your project, I'm sure the girls would too, if you have a minute to do it. Even if it's just not the whole thing, just a little section, so we could see. I love yo-yos. I love them. So this of course looks, Christmassy with the poinsettia. You take a lot. Yeah, I don't take great pictures either, but we can get an idea. We're not doing a magazine spread. We just like to see what you're up to. Share in your creativity. Creativity. So these all have little points. So my husband's going to make these little sliders to take to the party. He loves those Hawaiian rolls. Me not so much. For him, they're like dessert. I like I like a crusty, like Italian artisan type of roll bread, kind of thing. He likes that squishy, soft stuff. Oh, Gail, that sounds cool too. Wow, you're like a machine. You're getting a lot done. I was thinking about what Joyce was saying about crocheting sleeves on a sweatshirt. But I keep thinking about that jean jacket that Janet Nash did. Oh, I would love to do something like that. I would love to do it. Hey, Carol. Hi. How are things in your parts of the world? Are you staying warm? Carol, my quiet. Well, Carol, Happy Maker Carol might be too. I just don't know. But I know Carol, my quiet corner, is quite the stitcher. Now look at this one. This one's pink. It's got the same message. Happy birthday on this eventful day. And these are not, these are like a painted on type of thing. Now, this one still has the stickers on it. It says woven in Switzerland, hand rolled in the Philippines. I don't know what that means, hand rolled. Hey, Steph. Hi. Good morning. So we're just going to give this a little press. Now, this is more in the color palette I think I am going to probably want to create my bloom journal in. Pinks. Well, I'm thinking about doing two, of course. Jacqueline's probably going to do 6 or 7 because she works much quicker than I. Oh, you think it means the hem, Joyce? Oh, you're probably right. That makes sense because the hem is rolled. Looks like it's rolled. I wonder why they would send it to the Philippines to do that. Yeah, see, because it's got that tight little. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. See, it's got that tight little edge and then it's stitched. Oh, cheap labor. Yeah, I guess, huh? Now, Amity Bloom, she kind of does almost like a because no one else would do it cheap. That's a good point too, Joyce. Um, Now I'm spritzing these. I remember my mom or my grandmom had a big clear bottle that had a cork type lid, a stopper, I guess, and it had holes in it. And she would fill it with water, and they would sprinkle their clothes, and then they would roll them up and set them aside so they were damp. And then when they were ready to iron it, it ironed much better. What did Jen say? Have any of you watched the great? No, I never heard of that. I've heard I've heard of the baking one. Of course, I get very distracted with that fella that's on there that's so good looking to me, that Paul guy, Paul Hollywood or Paul somebody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'll have to look at it. I've only found it on my Roku, and it's the same style as the baking show. Oh, Julie said her mom had a Tupperware sprinkler and she would roll the clothes and put them in. Oh, yes, I forgot about the fridge. Yes, Joyce, yes. I told you about my sprinkler horror. My last job, I worked at a university and I was in the fundraising department. And we had a lot of friends, clients, if you will, that were friends of our school that my boss and other colleagues would visit. And a lot of them had no family. And so our guys, would um, take them out for a meal, call them, check on them. Every holiday, the fellows had a list of people that they could call Christmas, because many of them were by themselves for Christmas. And so many of them had the school in their wills because they had no family. And some of them were quite well off. So this one couple in particular, they put the school in their will and they left their home to the school. Well, somebody had to empty it out. So my boss took us, his office staff, over to their place, and most of the stuff was just getting trashed, you know. And we had empty drawers of bureaus and stuff like that. You know, that stuff was getting donated to Goodwill or wherever. Um, but like all the, like your junk drawer stuff, that kind of thing. And yeah, I need to cool down over that man. And you should look him up. I mean, he's a hottie. He's a hottie. I'm sorry. And so we go in, we're starting to rummage through stuff, opening drawers. Of course, I wasn't into my art then either. Oh, I could kick myself. But I saw one of those sprinkler bottles. Now, my boss and his wife liked vintage old stuff like my husband and I did. So I put it in my bag of stuff. And then my boss spied it. He said, "Whose stuff is this?" I'm like, "It's mine." He said, "Oh, good thing you got to that first." I said, "I know, right?" I was thrilled with it. I mean, I don't go antiquing very much anymore. Um, but you don't just see those around, you know. Same with those light green, what are they called? Fire King um, dishes, baking stuff. Oh, so there was one of those there. I grabbed that. I mean, I was like, "Start the car, start the car." I was so thrilled. So we had the shelving unit in our living room. It just wasn't that stable. And I've told this story before, so some of you might be bored. And it was on. It was sitting on. Hey, Christine, how you doing, kid? Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while. So, I don't know. I tripped on something, went flying, and I was headed towards that shelving unit. And to brace my fall, I touched one of the shelves. Well, it was just sitting on like little brackets, little metal brackets. It wasn't screwed in or attached. It was just sitting in, so it was wobbly. So when I touched that, it went flying, broke the green Fire King bowl, and shattered my sprinkler bottle. I cried. Oh, just terrible. But yeah, I forgot about the fridge. Oh, Joyce, that's a good memory. My nanny, my mom's mom, she loved to iron. And she would iron, and then she had a clothesline in their yard, and she would hang her stuff out for the neighbors to see. She was so proud of her ironing skills. Look, see here, now here's another one, but in yellow. Maybe I should just roll these up. My spritzer's not spraying too great. Of course, I'm not going to stick them in the fridge, but maybe I'll leave that. Oh, look at this one, girls. Now, this one still has a little tag on it, all cotton. And then it's got like an item number. She did, Joyce? It must have been a thing, right? Look at this. Joyce, I wonder if you and I are about the same age. You don't have to say. I think I'm one of the older gals in our art crew. So I'm going to try to make a card for my. Hey, Pam. Hello, hello. Okay, she's looking while she falls asleep. You played with the clothespins. Did they have one of those bags that look like a dress, Joyce? Had the bottom all sewed shut and all their clothespins were in that? That's what we had. Wouldn't that be cute hanging in the house? Yeah, we did the laundry. Oh, I hated when my mother said, go out and get the laundry in." It always smelled so good. Every once in a while, if it was a nice windy day, she did, Gail. Those bags were so cute. I think they would look cute hanging on my wall now. Um, if it was a nice breezy day, my grandmother always had her laundry out. She loved hanging the clothes out. And if it was a nice breezy day, my mom would do the sheets and she'd say, "Let's hang them out." Oh, and they always smelled so good. And they were so soft when they came in, a windy, blustery day, and they were out drying. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff. It was good stuff. I didn't mind hanging the clothes. I hated getting them in off the line, especially if it was colder because they'd be stiff like a board. I'd say to my mom, "But the jeans are so stiff. How are we going to wear those?" "Oh, you'll survive. Now, this is another piece, has a little bit of a story. This I got from a gal by the name of Frida. I don't remember much. That wasn't her on not. Oh, me too, Joyce. We're twins. And Joyce, you're August too, right? I'm August as well. You might be my birthday buddy. That's my year. Gail said, and you and I, oh, we are, Gail? Okay. Oh, okay, Gail. Yeah, I got you by a couple of years. Oh, Jacqueline. It's going to make my heart stand still. Okay, so this gal, Frida, she was from Iceland. I don't know how I met her. I guess through art. But she lived in, I believe, Norway. She was a widow. And we started talking art. And I guess she came into Murray's, maybe. This is a long time ago now. And so we got chat. She said something about not having um, like ephemera for art stuff. And I had tons. So I said, "I'll send you some if you're willing to give me your address." So then we started chatting. And I sent her a pack. Excuse me, I sent her a package. I mean, it wasn't, huge package because she lives, so far away, but, um, with the shipping and all. But I sent her, some fun stuff. Well, she was very appreciative. And her son lived in, or maybe he still does, I'm sure it lived in London. And through his job, he had access to um, sample books, of fabrics and upholstery and whatnot. So she said, "I have some silk and some other stuff." So she sent me a little goodie package, and this was in it. She said, "This is silk." I got a pretty good piece of this. I had several of these, so I have two of them here. So I'm going to take those to Jacqueline. We'll share. All right, I'm about to leave another cat out of the bag. Pam, are you still half awake? I think Pam may bloom with us. So I sent Pam a little goodie bag with some of the same stuff. Not everything, because I didn't have three of everything. But I sent Ginger Pam. I sent Ginger Pam a little goodie package that went in the mail yesterday so that she has some of the stuff to work with that we'll be working with too. So we can be like the Three Musketeers when we work on our Bloom journal. All right, so this is going to be good enough. So I got one more little silk thing to do. Okay. I would like to show you that one. No, wait a minute. I got different. Did I put it in here? I want to show you that one trim I got from Gabby because I've never seen a trim like this before. That's not it. Oh, I might have put it. Yeah, I might have put it in here. I thought Jacqueline's heart was going to stop when I showed her this. Look at that, girls. You ever see anything like that? So I was thinking, Pam, if you get the digital, the hanky digital, and you could print off some of the papers, we'll have a lot of the same stuff that we can work on together. Anywho, all right, so all this is going to go in this little pouch. I'm going to put my little iron away. Now I saw, of course, another reel, and I'm really not a card maker. I've made cards, and how could you do a bowl with that? That's too pretty for a bowl. Anyway, if you go to Whatnot and look for Auntie Gabby, if you're really interested, she knows who I am. I told her I have a YouTube channel. She visited my channel, and just tell her Paint Girly sent you, and she should be able to look up, my order to know what she sent me. Anywho, all right, so I'm going to get this down and out of the way. So I want to make now. Our neighbor really loves to. She's really kind of like my husband's garden buddy, and so I want to make her a card, and I want to use my pet stickers. I have the inside of the card planned in my mind, but I'm not sure. Now, some of you will say, "Oh, yeah, I've done this before." Now, this is just a piece of um, parchment paper. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to use parchment paper. So first, I want to do like a prototype. Okay. So I'm just going to tear this in half, I think. So if you're just coming in, I need a birthday card for a surprise birthday party for the neighbor that lives right next to us. So don't say anything. It's a surprise. Now, I think I was paying attention well enough. Lori, whatever happened to the neighbor who always wanted your husband to take her places? Oh, she passed away, Gail. She passed away the end of July, 96. We had taken her to the hospital. Didn't realize she was what we thought was a virus. She was having a heart attack. And so she had at least one. And they were getting ready to send her home. And we didn't know how all that was going to work out because she really couldn't come home by herself. So I was talking to social workers and whatnot and trying to work that all out so she could come home safely, and be cared for. Um, and my husband had a CAT scan scheduled for a Friday. This was, I guess it was a Wednesday. I couldn't reach her by phone. And, Well, long story short, she had had a heart attack and passed away that evening. We finally got a hold of her son, and yeah, so yeah. Okay, so in the reel, this person just cut a slit here and a slit here. Now, some of you probably have done this. Some of you probably are pretty good card makers. Now, this is not straight, so I'll have to work on that. And then I think she just folded that the opposite way. Now, see oh, I know. Okay, so she folded that the opposite way. Well, that really doesn't look good. And then, look, I don't even have it centered. And she glued stuff here. So when our friend opens the card, this pops up. So I was thinking about a bouquet of flowers. Now I've got those pet things. Now I'm not liking this. So then I think what I'll do, see, I'm not sure about the back though. Maybe they do the back too. See, because that doesn't look good. Does anybody know how to do this? So I've learned from past experience, you don't art on the card because things go wrong and then, you lose all of it. So then I'm going to take a separate piece and design the front, which will get glued on. So that will hide that. But do I also glue? I guess I could have put a decorative thing across the back. I could Google this more, but I'm just going to go for it. So let me lay it out, okay? Let's lay it out and see. Well, let me do this one. See if I can do a better job of cutting that. Now, I don't think it has to be a big... I did a pop-up card, says Stephanie, before, but I don't remember how. Hey, there's Belinda. Good morning, Belinda. Is it morning for you? All right, so let's see. I don't really like to measure, but let's just see. It might be a good idea in this case. So this is 4.5-ish. I mean, 5.5-ish. All right. So let's get my wonderful disappearing ink pens. All right. So this is how my brain works with math. So half of 5 is 2.5. And then that other half is 1/4. So 2.5 is here and 1/4. So this is the center, which really doesn't look like the center to me. So let's just say, yeah, it's morning. Oh, it's early for you. Oh, so you must be on the West Coast. Well, that's pretty close. So if this is my center, and I want to make 2 slits, I want it fairly wide, I think. So if I slit here and slit here, maybe I came down too deep. Let's see, what did Gail say? I think I missed it. Well, I almost grabbed this little iron. I think I have to name him. That little iron's got a face. The iron has a face. Yes, you probably need to put something over the card. Okay. And then, what did Carol say? Do they glue that to another card? Yes. See, that's what I don't know. I was thinking about just putting like my front piece on anyway. But I'm going to work on the inside. I'm going to lay it out first and then go from there. Let's see. Let's get my chat back to where it needs to be. All right. You know what? I should probably use a ruler. Let's put, well, I can do it on the glass. I said, well, it's probably better on this little mat thingy. So I'm going to line this up so it's straight. See, it doesn't go on the lines. That's what drives me crazy. All right, let's line it up this way. So I'm going to put my ruler on that line and then have it come to that line there. So hopefully this will be straight. Of course, I didn't press hard enough. I felt like I did. Oh, geez. Now I'm messing it up again. It's hard to see that. All right, I'm putting that there. Wait a minute, I gotta line up my ruler. On that line, this has to get on a line. Get on your line. I get this on this line. Now I can't see my... I'm down. I'm looking up here. It's down here. Hello. She's a crazy old coot. All right, so this might not be so great. Did I do it again? Yep, I got through. Woohoo! Okay. I'll put that there. Line this up so it's straight, and then I'm putting my ruler here and here. You're not going to really see this anyway, but I'm going to try to do my best effort. You don't think it makes that much? Am I driving you crazy, Gail? Sorry. I don't mean to drive you crazy. All right, so this is going to go folded this way, while the card gets folded that way. So I was thinking about this last night. I didn't think to Google it. Just a bit. I'm sorry, Gail. I don't mean to. I don't mean to. All right. So this is going to be my card. I'm probably going to go with, I don't know, maybe black. The woman likes black and white. Their whole house is black and white. Looks stunning. But what I'm thinking is flowers, making like a little garden scene back here. Oh, Christine, when you said me too, I thought I was driving you crazy too. But you're on mountain time. You girls are comparing. Okay. So I want like a bunch of flowers or a little pot or a basket, on that spot. Now I need to find my, let's see, I've got pink, I've got red, and I've got yellow. I think my husband said she likes yellow as her accent color. So I've got these in yellow. And I need to find my other little gals here. I think they are here. Here they go. So I'm going to see what will make a cute little scenario, hopefully. All right. So I want to build a little scene and then maybe flowers around it. So, all right, and she's cooking with gas. So I'm looking for flowers. Now there's a little greenhouse. These are cute. There's a little window. There's a bunch of, that's too small for my thing. Oh, a little arbor with lemons. That's yummy. This is garden. Oh, this is all garden stuff. It's like to put it together to make sense, though, is where I think I might struggle a bit. How cute that is. Can you see? Oh, I don't know if you can see. Oh, that's cute. Hmm. All right, so I want to be able to see this line here. And then this line, right? Then I think I want some kind of a border, almost like an arbor of flowers. So let's see what's in here. I guess the parchment paper doesn't look that bad, right? Doesn't look that bad. You're crocheting trunks on trees. Like a cozy, Carol? Okay, I think I'm going to make my life easier. So the first thing I want to do is I want to, I don't want that rough. I want that nice and sharp. So let's put this back in its spot. Spot. And let's just trim this. Just a little bit. Let's see if I got it. Oh. It's not catching it. That's going to throw it off. Okay, well, that's crooked. Okay, so I was thinking now, of course, these I can trim. I haven't ever done this before. I've watched videos and I really love it. Oh, making tree garlands for the Christmas. Oh, nice. Oh, I bet you they're darling. Now, these are some of the other things I picked out. So I think it's all about the layering. So that could go there. I've got a little fence here. That could go there. I guess I'm just going to have to go for it. Now, what I want to identify is something to put on this here, which is going to be pink. Have to run. Okay. Oh, geez. Good luck with that, Christine. Maybe I should have pulled out pink, huh? Because I've got pink. I got pink separate flowers, plus I've got pink in these images. There's butterflies. See, I get these crazy ideas and notions. Oh, look, here's all different colors. Gail, how's your dad doing? You're cute. Butterflies, that's purple. Here's some pink. Let's put the yellow back. It's just a card. It's just a card, Lori. She's not going to say, oh, I don't want pink. To which I will say, I'm sorry, you have to have pink. My dad says he's decided to give up his driver's license when his current driver's license expires on his 94th birthday next July. That's probably a good thing. What we did was, because Betty, my neighbor, that was 96, she really wasn't ready to give up her driver's license. But she really, like when I was in the car with her, she couldn't see stuff. She's like, is that whatever? And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to get killed because she can't really see. And I said to my husband, I don't want to say to her, well, she wasn't family, first of all. We'd say, Mom, it's time. She just was a neighbor. And so what we did was we put it to her like, your funds are really tight. You've got a car sitting in a garage that's in great shape. You're paying insurance for it. You hardly ever drive. Why not sell that? And then you've got some cash that you can use to do some other things with. And she went for it. So that's how we got her off the road. She really needed to be off the road. Boy, I wish I had a bunch of those. Those would look really pretty. Now I'm excited to show you this trick I discovered when I did a little research on these types of stickers. The first time I did it, oh, I like that green. The first time I did it didn't work that great, but then I did get it to work. So I'm hoping that while you're here with me, I can get it to work. All right, so let's put these back in the little sleeve. Of course, it got stuck back shut. There he is. Okay. All right, Gail. Have a great day. Yeah, it's great if they come to that realization on their own. I mean, and some 94-year-olds, are able to do it, and that's wonderful. But you don't want them to injure themselves, certainly, but you sure don't want them to take the life of someone else. All right, so here's the trick. Of course, I lost that, so let's get. You take two pieces, like I was trying to use these the other day, and I was really struggling trying to get the sticker off the backing. So this is what this gal does, and I got it to work, so I'm hoping I can get it to work again. So you take a piece of washi tape, two pieces of washi tape. See, I would take my cutter and try to go in between the two layers, and that can work, but it takes you a while and it's very frustrating. So I think I want that up there, just on an angle. So you're going to take a piece of washi tape on one side of the sticker and then on the back side of the sticker. Now, when she pulled her washi tape apart, maybe I didn't put it down far enough. The sticker, it just came right apart. I had to twist mine a little bit. So let's see if it works her way. So you put washi tape on both sides of the sticker. So the idea is sticks to the front part and then one sticks to the backing. And she just went like that and it did it. It pulled them apart. Maybe I didn't have it up here, not next to the edge. Let's see. Nope. I did get it to work. I try to twist it a little bit. Oh, I got it and put it back together. Stinkers. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I did it again. See? Woot, 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 woot. How's that, girls? Huh? And then she said this kind of works as a handle and helps you place it where you want it. So I'm going to just put this up here. And I should get out my new little tools and just want to, what did it say, brandish? No, there's a word they use. You know, look, I got off the edge to really work that. Work it. Work it. And I want something else really light. That could go across the top, really. This could go over here. Now I can trim off the edges. Not sure I want this, but I think I want that in that corner. So let's do it again. Now, of course, you know, you want some, not all washi tape is created equal, as we know. So you want to get some washi tape that's got a pretty good stick to it. I'm trying to attach that really nicely at the top, you know, where the sticker is, the sticker's edge. I wonder if you give it a little, you know, to start, if that would help. You got to make the noise, though, guys. You got to make the noise. All right, now I've got the washi so well stuck together, I can't find where. There we go. It did it twice in a row. How about it? All right. So then let's put this one right here. Pull my washi off. I hope. I hope. I hope. Here we go. Okay. Now I think I want some of these. Now I want this line to be able to disappear. So if I put my sticker on there, so it's got to be above it so the heat can get to that. All right, let me get, where are my pink? I didn't pull out my pink flowers. Let's see. They might be in the other. So I want some kind of little basket or something to sit on the tab. Gosh, I hope I don't use all these stickers and then hate the card, you know? She's just going to throw the card out anyway, so. Got to think about it that way, too. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm looking for, maybe there's none like what I'm looking for. See, in the other packs, there's little, stickers that are like in a basket or a candlestick. That might just be the black and white ones. I think I kind of like this one on that. I'm making a mess here. That kind of looks like it's growing. Now I want to get rid of that line as well because I don't want it to show. So let's get rid of that first. Maybe I should put some color behind that so it's not just the parchment. Let's put a little bit of what do I have? I have tattered rose. Let's try that. That's very light. I probably have other color on here, so but I think it'll be fine. Oh, placement is going to be. Oh, see, I almost glued it down on that bent part. You want to glue it just here. Oh, that's a horse of a different color, guys. I'm definitely out of my comfort zone here. But what's new, right? What's new, pussycat? Ooh. Looking for garden stuff. Maybe this little stuff will work. Oh, this could look like a little garden party. Oh, she would like that. But see, it's going to be sticky on the back. So I need something that's just going to fit there, I think. Because then when it closes... Oh, okay, so look, there's a greenhouse or pink house. A little arbor. That's cute. I think I'm off base with that. Salad for lunch at a girl. I have a half a sandwich already made that I didn't eat yesterday. Now these are a little easier to get off. I'm going to add some of this pink color up here and along here. Just to take away some of that stark. All right, now I'm just going to go for it. You guys have a glare. Sorry about that. So I'm just trying to create a little scene here that looks like a garden. She went to a garden party. Oh, look at that. Will that fit? You know, maybe I need to glue another piece on. Boy, that would be cute there. This looks cute. She's probably fallen asleep, Jay. I should get out my pinchers. You probably could use some stuff down here too, because I'm going to use a lot of stickers for this. See, I'm thinking if I put another piece of paper there, then I can stick a bigger sticker and it's not going to stick to the card. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm getting at here? This is what's happening. If I put a sticker that's taller than this patch of paper here, taller than this, then when the card closes, the part that's left exposed is going to stick to the card and then you won't be able to open it. And if you do, it'll tear the paper. See what I'm thinking? So if I glue a piece here, maybe not quite this large. I think I'm thinking correctly. Now, if I could just cut correctly. Well, I could have done a circle maybe. Leave the back of the sticker and glue the sticker down. Well, that's hard to do with these clear things. First of all, my eyeballs aren't that great. I think it's easier to do it my way. Then I can design the little scenario here too. It's hard to work on. It looks easy when they do it. Of course, they've probably done it 150 times. Let's really crease this. All right, so I think I can design it on here and then attach it. So where's the little... This is a little coffee. Oh, I love that little... That's cute too. What else have we got? More books. Oh, that's a cute one. See, now I'm getting that's too tall. Cesar Romero was tall. Oh, look how cute that is. Cesar Romero was tall. Oh, that's cute. Boop. This has a lot of trains. They don't have a cat. They have a dog. I love those little shelves. Oh, that's a cute window. Oh, that's cute. See, this looks like her house. Like when she has a when the birthday girl has a party, she has stuff like that on her kitchen counter. She's like a magazine. Well, she used to that used to be her job, I think, years ago. She used to stage parties. I'm not a card maker either. That's why some of this is a struggle. Well, all of it. Where's that little... I wanted to do maybe that little That would have looked cute. This. I should be using my tweezers. Maybe I should write the word garden right there. I'll be able, well, if I don't like it, I could just snip it off. Well, if I don't like it, I could snip it off. Hold on. Oh, still? Oh, Jay. Garden. All right, does this look dumb? I can cut that off. Be honest, I can take it. It's going to get glued right there. All right, so now let's get a couple other things. Okay, Jacqueline likes it, but she likes everything I do. She's Oh, thanks, Brenda. I struggle, I think, with my handwriting. All right, so let's trim these little goodies off. Oh, they're hard to see because they're clear. All right, so I need something bigger over here, maybe more flowers. I think overlapping is definitely a way to go. See, that's like a different shade. All right, let's take this off. Okay, so I started to do some Christmas shopping. And I don't think I don't think my family watches my channel. But my grandkids especially don't. So our granddaughter is 10 and all she wants are those squishmallow things. Those soft, fluffy, fuzzy. Oh my gosh, I love stuffed animals growing up. That's all she wants. She wants to collect them. She's got 10 or 11 of them. And some of them are huge. Some of them are like 24 inches. So I go on Amazon. I'm thinking I'm getting an early start. So I go on Amazon. Now, if you're familiar with these at all, if you have any little people in your life and they like these things, some of them are more sought after than others. And they're like $50. I mean, some of them are like $100, but they're generally around somewhere between 22 and maybe $35 for one stuffed animal. And they're like anywhere from 10 inches to 24 inches. So I'm like, that's all she wants. So I'll get her an outfit and we'll get her several of these, right? So I go on Amazon. Wow, that one came off easy, guys. Whew. So go on Amazon. And they've got some of them marked down for like, one was like $5 for like a 12-inch one. It's cute. She didn't tell me she wanted any particular one. She said she loves them all. One, what did I tell you, Jay? One was originally $49.99. I got it for $10. $10. Sold. So you to see all the boxes that came. I got so many and their boxes are huge. Now I took Squishmallows to my bonus grandchildren in England. They came all compressed, in one of those bags, you suck all the air out of it. They came compressed, so I could travel and take them. Now, some of them I had to compress, but at least one or two of them were compressed. So that's what I figured. Now, my grandson likes Minecraft stuff, and they have plush toys too. So he's 7. So I got him one of the figures, and one of my great nephews the figures of the Minecraft. And they came flat. They came flat. I know, right? And it's fun for me to be able to buy them some treats. She's going to lose her mind. So my husband says, "How many of those squish things do we need?" How many did you order? I said a bunch. I got just for Charlotte. I think I got 6 or 7 of them for under $60. I mean, I can't stand it. So then my one great nephew, I got her one. And it just was, they were just so, and they're so, I'm really, if you like stuffed animal, I would like one. I mean, they're so soft and squishy. They're just fun. Okay. And that's what her parents are gonna want to murder me. They're gonna want to murder me. She's already got 10 or 11. So now I'm trying to decide, like, one is 24 inches, and I think he's in a box by himself. So if I get him, let's take this line out. And I flatten some of the other ones and wrap them individually, and then just wrap him in a box. When she opens the box, she'll see him, but then she'll have these other packages around. And then when she opens them, each one will be another one. Who wouldn't like that, right? Really, Brenda, you should check it out. I'm telling you, they're so cute. One was, and if they like Harry Potter, I got one that's a mandrake, if you're familiar with Harry Potter at all. Oh my gosh, it's so adorable. So now here's my other idea. What do you think about this? So I bought these a while ago from, I don't know, somebody online. These big keys. So I'm thinking about putting a tag on this and putting Jack's name on one and Charlotte's name on the other one, and hiding these somewhere in my living room. So their presents are there and they're wrapped, right? But then I say to them, before you can open your presents, you have to find the magic key, and then have them hunt for the key. And then they get to keep the key too. But they have to find the key before they can start opening their presents. Does that mean? I thought that would be fun. All right, so this has to be trimmed a little bit. I got washi tape sticking to my arms. Now, somewhere I know I have a happy birthday stamp, which probably I'm going to put here. Or maybe I'll put it on the front. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Got more has to be trimmed off the bottom. Okay, what else did I have that looked like a garden? Oh, this window. Oh, I love these little shelves too. Look at this little shelf. It's not a window. Here. That could look okay there. You know, like if you have a little potting center, people that like to garden, they have those little shelves. I'm just going to put it there. See, these on these squares are a lot easier to get off than the ones that are cut out individually. Probably should put some kind of message there. This is pretty. That's like a little picnic. Here's another one. Here's some more of these shells. These look cute. Let's put these on. I think I've lost several people with my nonsense, I guess. That's all right. I got to get this done. That looks a little crooked. Okay, let's try that tape again. This is losing some of its stick. Might have to get a couple new pieces. We'll see. Ooh, it's really stuck to that one. I would really like to learn how to really use these and work them and put them together nicely. You know what I mean? These pet stickers. Of course, you'd be working on a journal page, which I guess is kind of like a journal page, but I could have done something with the background. I'm thinking about doing a watercolor front with just some like wildflowers. Oops, see, sometimes it comes apart and you don't realize, like it did again that time. All right, so that's gone. I've got to get clear of that. Burnish. That's the word I was trying to think of. Burnish. Maybe I should put "Happy Birthday, Tina" there. What do you think? That might be an idea. All right, I'm going to glue this down. It looks cute. I think it looks cute. It looks cute. Where's my beacon? Let's get my beacon glue. Now I'm going to practice writing "Happy Birthday, Tina." Maybe I should just put it on this. Trying to get some pressure there. You think that's a good idea, Jay? Got some extra glue there. Let's get wipe its little nose. I think it looks cute. But if I write on, oh, you know what I should do? Just thought of this. I could write it on different paper And then if I mess it up, I don't mess up the card. That's what we got so far. What do you think, guys? I could ink the edges. All right, let's let that dry. Where do I have? I need like an oval. Oh boy. I need an oval punch. Oh, here's my box. I thought I put this away. My hanky box. Let's see if I can continue to stack things with. Here it is. This is all textured. And look, see, it's loaded with hankies. That's what my friend had waiting for me when I went down to her house. Okay, I'm just trying to uncover where I have my little punches. This is like a juggling act. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, oh, no, no. So I've got this little one. Not really the one I was looking for. I thought that was a little hard. Ouch. Yeah, when you start moving stuff, not everybody cooperates. When you have a small space, sometimes you have to stack things we wouldn't normally get in a store. This one might. Hold on. Here we go. This little oval one might be good. But I have to print really small. All right, so I've got this extra here. I'll cut out a couple. These are such nice punches. If you can get your hands on some of those, I think you will be very, very surprised. What does velvet look like? Let's see. She wore blue. Oh, it's Victorian velvet. Velvet. Wah, wah, bluer than velvet were her eyes. Wah, wah, wah. Now I should put a line on there to a straight line. Maybe I should just put her name because I'm going to have happy birthday elsewhere. This is the hard part, holding it. Oh, I know. Let's use a little wishy-washy tape. I don't know if that's going to do it. Let's try. Nah. Let's try. See, you're not cooperating. You need to sit and be still. I think my pen is wearing out of ink. That's stinky. Tina. So that can go right there. Oh, I should have put Tina's and then garden down here. Tina's garden. That makes sense, right? Okay, that might look a little dumb, but I should have put the S down there. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, getting my day going. Okay, Carol, thanks for coming in. Good luck with your project. I'd like to see that too. Carol, you have a channel. Do you post anything to your channel anymore? She's getting ready to go out. Okay, so let's put a little glue here. Glue this down. And I need something around the edges here. And I need to find a happy birthday stamp, which I'm not gonna trouble you guys with. I mean, I'm not gonna have you hang around while I do that. Now I need to find a piece of watercolor paper. Let's see, what's today? Thursday. It's only the first week, so Jamie's not on. Tanya comes on if she's not traveling. She comes on around 2:30. I mean, I'm getting a little hungry, but I can wait. Tina's garden. We need a little something over here. I like these little stacked suitcases. And this little picture with the flowers. I can't post a link, but look for my at my. Okay, thanks, Carol. That's very kind of you to let us know. Okay, thank you. At my quiet corner. Wonderful. Carol does beautiful work. Really, trust me on that. Beautiful, beautiful work. All right, so then this closes, and then I'm going to put my watercolor right here. So what did I say this measured? This measures 5.5 by 4.25 ish. And I'm just going to do watercolor picture of some like wildflowers. Hey, Cheryl. Is it afternoon yet? Almost afternoon. So I think I want to, let's do a little more inking here. Oh, that's quite heavy. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Now I know where my stamps are. I just don't know if my happy birthday stamp is where most of the stamps are. But I can do that. I don't, you guys know what that's about. You don't need to see that. Tina's garden. All right, so now let's cap this up. I need to find a piece of watercolor paper. Now, I had a little tablet that has this, it's a smaller size of watercolor paper. What did the old gal do with it? It's just, you get so stiff when you sit for a little while. Let's see. It's bigger, that's bigger, that's bigger. Now, of course, I could cut something, but it's so much more convenient if I could find my little tablet that's got the smaller watercolor paper. Just looking through my stacks of supplies here. See, I should have had this pulled out, but I didn't. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Now this measures 6 by 6. See, now if I goop this up, I can do another one because it's just going to get glued on. And I don't mess up my whole card. I've done that before. That was a very unforgettable mistake I made. Thought, oh my gosh, I put all the time into making a card and then I painted or did something on the top of it. I ruined the whole thing. I had to throw the whole thing out. So I want this pretty much the size of the card because I want to cover that. I don't know that I want just the edges showing. I want to go right to the top. Well, maybe I could do, I'm definitely going to have to look how this is actually really done. And then I should probably do it correctly. All right, so first things first, clear the way. See, Jacqueline, generally I don't need a big spot. I just need a little spot. All right, so it's 5.5. So let's start there. 5.5. There's still just a little bit off. Let's do it this way. Might be easier. Cheryl said, I glued a card shut last night because I was off in the zone. I hate when you're making a journal. Now, I know you can put things upside down and cattywampus, and that, that works for a lot of people. And if you intended to do it, that's one thing. But when I do it and I didn't intend to do it, oh my gosh, it makes, I can't get that cutter to cut that close. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't put much stock in my watercolor skills either. But I think once I glue that on, I can trim that. All right, so I just want to take my heat tool. See, there's a little bit of ink there. So I want to get that off. And this is probably the back, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Because I can. And now what I was thinking, see, now this is still, I still got to make another cut, right? No. Do I? No. Boy, I just wonder. All right, what I was thinking is, taping off my edges so it looks, like a framed piece. Now, that's if I can find my right. Oh, I didn't know I was doing that. Oh, yeah, finding some stuff I didn't realize I had done. I have several different widths of, oh, yeah, there's a skinny one. I found the skinny one of the painter's tape. Now, I have a hard time gluing this straight, but I'm going to try. There's the edge. So I was telling you, we've been busier than normal. My sisters were here on Saturday. Our daughter was here on Sunday. Then we went and had blood drawn Tuesday. Then we're having lunch with his cousin and his wife on Friday. We're not usually this busy. I'll have myself all worn out. I'll need that airplane ride to catch up on some sleep. Now, Jacqueline looks at it different than I do. She's saying five days and a wake up, and I'm saying 6. Well, if you do the sleeps, it's actually 6 sleeps. Or 5 sleeps, I guess. I don't know. But soon. So I've got to get my suitcase. My suitcase has been in my closet, and it's partially packed. I said to her this morning, if they lose my suitcase, I'm going to freak out because it's got all my goodies in it. I don't care about my clothes. It's going to have all my art stuff. All right. So now I'm thinking, I don't want it white, but I just want little circles of where I can put little drips of color and let it go. And then once that dries, see, I think I want a background color. I could use my heat tool to dry in between. Okay, so now I got to pull out some paint. So I have the some things I just, I purchased because I just do. I'm not an authority on watercolor for sure. I would consider myself a novice. But I do like the Kuretake. I know what I like. And this is the Art Nouveau colors. And I have this little jug of water here. You should really have 2 things of clean water. So I'm going to empty this out. I'm going to put water in that, and I'm going to put water in this one. Where go? My paper towels fell, of course. So let's put this back where it was. Put my little iron in this box. And let's throw away some of this little bits of rubbish. Put the mouse over to the side. My little inking brush, and put my paints over to the side. I dropped a sticker. They're very slippery, these stickers. This is painting by the seat of your pants. So I want a very light background, but I want a little something. So maybe some light blue. So I'm going to take my little spritzer and spritz some of my colors here. I'm going to want to use some green, so I'm going to spritz that. This is just about out of water. Let's put some more in here because it's not cooperating either. Okay. So I've got some green, some light green, some light blue. I think I like this aubergine color. This blue is pretty. Let's see what else. Some yellow. I like that. And some pink. Gotta have pink. We got pink in the inside. Do some pink. Now the only thing that I need, I think, now is a paper towel. That's a baby wipe. That's not a big enough piece. Okay, let's dig out the paper towels. The paper towels went for a roll over here. Let's see if I can grab them. Mission accomplished. Now this is, I'm shooting for very whimsical looking small field of flowers, if you will. That's what I'm hoping to have it look like. So I want the background to have a little bit of color because I want this white border around it, right? So I don't need a lot of color, but I'm going to wet the surface first. And then I'm just going to paint on some light blue. Maybe let's see. Maybe I'll have it darker at the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to paint on some water. Now, I didn't get up and get a bunch of different kinds of paintbrushes, right? So I'm just going to use what I have here. Bricolage. I'm just going to use what I have available. Now I'm going to tip into this light blue over here and I'm just going to start putting some color down. and kind of let that do its thing, really. Take it all the way down. Then I'm going to add some of this darker blue here at the bottom. Probably going to put some green there as well eventually. Put a little bit of blue here, or the darker blue. Oh, there she is. Hi, Laura. Did you see my message? I sent you another message. I know you've been busy with Mama. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to use my heat tool. I just want a little bit of a background so that my white frame, shows. Well, I want this to dry pretty well. Because I have a little tiny there. Yeah, I'm surprised to see you. It's very nice that you took time to pop in. I'm sad that your mom is struggling. Hey, there's Terry. Hi, Terry. Okay, this is starting to flow a little bit. It's not a problem. It'll flatten out. I can certainly iron it. Okay, so that's pretty dry. Now I did put extra tape here, not because I'm smart. That's good. She's in good spirits. That helps so much. My mom was doom and gloom, really, a lot of the time. Okay. Well, maybe not gloom, but she wanted out. She wanted off the planet. She wanted out and all that jazz. So that's hard. So now what I'm thinking is I'll take my disappearing ink pen and just make little circles where I want some flowers because I want to wet that surface again and then hit it with some of these colors, right? Yeah, that's hard to see them go through that. Oh, geez, look what I just did. See that I got a rubber stopper on the bottom of oh goodness. All my stickers are see here we go. Now I got a big watermark. Oh my goodness. Well, let's get another paper towel. Everything happens for a reason. See, I wonder what my husband's cooking. I'm so nosy. I'm so nosy when it comes to food. Let's get the card out of the way. Ooh, ooh. These little stickers are plastic, so they should be fine. Oh, Laura, you're a delight. You're a delight. Okay, so here we go. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. So now this is wet again. So I'm going to use the heat tool again because I want it really dry to wet it in the spots. Romeo made heart-shaped waffles after we got back from. Oh, that was so nice. I'll bet you they were yummy. My mother loved waffles with strawberries and whipped cream. and she always wanted her whipped cream on the side. Nobody ever got that at the restaurant. Because her thing was when you put the whipped cream on the hot waffle, it just melted. And she liked to have it cool and, whippy. Saying I'm a delight reminds me of that T-shirt, if you've ever seen it, that has a like a possum or something hissing. It says I'm a delight. All right, so this is curling up a little bit. So I know this is scary. It's scary for me to take my pen and mark these little spots, but when I hit it with the heat, it should disappear. So I'm going to do it. So I want some taller and I want some shorter. So I'm going to put a little circle here, just a little here. I'm going to put a tall one here. Then I'm going to come back down here and put one that way. One, two, that's 5. I like the odd number thing. So I think I'm going to leave that. So now I'm going to wet just inside that area, and then I'm going to drop a little bit of paint in and see if it does its thing. So I'm going to look for a smaller brush. Let's use this brush. So I'm just going to wet this, and I'm going to wet this little area, and I'm going to wet this little area. I'm trying to do this more quickly than not, so it stays damp. Well, I go to put I'm going to put a little drip of paint in there. It's not doing much. I think I need more. Let's see. Let's do this purple. And that's moving a little bit. All right. Oops. Still have purple in that brush. Let's do 2 purple. Come on, Laura, get your act together. I really like this mustardy yellow here. And let's get a little bit of this red. I think I need a darker pink here. Let's put in some light as well. Let's do a couple things. Let's just get crazy. Let's get crazy. I want these to be a little more free willy, if you will. Let's add some of this dark down here. I want them to be like kind of crazy and whimsy looking. Now this is a darker, like mustardy yellow. Let's add some of that on this one. And let's see, what is this? Oh, that's a green. I don't want that. Just looking for a darker purple. That's green. Oh, that's a nice green. Let's rinse this. Ba-bum-bum-bum. Ba-bum-ba-bum-bum-bum. Let's do. They kind of look like clouds. I really don't know clouds. I think it's supposed to be clouds at all. Boy, really got that. Really, some of them are really wet. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Let's step back and punt. I think it's going to look cute when it's finished. I'm going to sop up some of this extra. There we go. Oh, yes, there we go. They probably could have been bigger. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Let's see. We started this one with pink. That's really kind of covering the ink. I've done this before, but I think I'm using maybe a little too much paint. I don't know. It's not watered down enough. I really want them to be kind of flippy floppy. So now I'm just going crazy. Now somewhere I really want to, well, this brush might work. I think this brush has got a pretty nice tip on it. I want to be able to do some stems. Let's see, let's practice over here. Scrap paper is such a blessing, isn't it, to have on your desk or your workspace? Oh, that's not real thin, but I think I can make that work. Not a lot of pressure. So I want to be able to make some stems. That's a really dark green, which is nice. Now, these need to be dried before I do a stem or any kind of a leaf, right? So I'm going to do the heat tool again. Maybe I should have went smaller. Oh, real. Even under the paint, that ink is disappearing. So that's nice to know. Lovely. Look. Now I'm just sitting here wondering, I wonder if I have an envelope that this card's going to fit in. Guess I should have thought it up first. All right. Now I'm just going to go for this. Oops, wrong green. I don't want that blue green. I'm kind of liking this um, dark green here. I'm going to make a little bottom of the flower. And then I'm just going to try to pull down some stems like that. Bottom of the flower. You know how it has that part that attaches to the pretty part? Now this is going to be the card front for our neighbor who just loves her garden. Because another neighbor is having a surprise soiree for her on Saturday. That guy got a little fat. That guy got a little fat. Now I'm going to put some leaves. It's watercolor, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. Could even say, really, it's handmade. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll do some different. I like to work upside down sometimes. Upside down. So I'm going to go this way. Do some different types of petals and leaves. So it's a lot of, hopefully foliage. It's just a wildflower garden, a little wildflower garden. The trick is not putting your fist in what's wet. That's part of the trick, right? All right, so this still looks a little damp. Now, what I want to do is go over it with a Sharpie pen. Now, what I'm also thinking is I'm going to spatter it. And then I have butterfly stickers. Maybe I'll put a butterfly sticker as well. And then, of course, I'll take this off when I'm finished. So let's use the heat tool. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should, before I do that, maybe I should, well, no, maybe I should dry it first. Watercolor. I have to keep thinking watercolor, watercolor. I'm thinking some bright highlights on these petals might be better. Oh, thanks, Carol. Thank you for that. Now I'm going to try this really light green here that I have. See if that's enough to make a couple little highlights with some of these petals. They're not really petals, they're leaves. I keep saying petals, just like earlier I kept saying napkins instead of Angus. It's hard to get a light touch. Just a little bit here or there. Now I don't really have white. I do in other kits, but I don't know that the watercolor white's that great. So I might use a white pen to do some highlighting. Now I just want to make sure. See, it feels dry. It doesn't look dry, but it feels dry. So now I'm going to just make little lines out with little dots on the top to try to just make them look like little stamens in the flowers. Oh, thank you, Terry. Very little confidence in this. I have confidence in sunshine. Nope, nope. I'm going to go upside down. So I'm going to start in the center. Now I only want to hit like a little halfway part here. So I'm just going to do little wild things like this, and then put a little chit on the ends. And I'm going to add a few more. It looks a little sparse. And then I'm going to put a little wavy thing here, and then I'm just going to come around the outside of my flower and make a little crazy squiggle like that, because I want it to look whimsical. I can put a line down here. Same thing, a little half. It just almost looks Charlie Brownish, kind of, I mean, just having fun with it. You can really do whatever. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. And I think once I spatter it, it will look even better. All right. Trying to see if I have, oh, there's a little liner brush back there. That might work. I think I'm just going to spatter it with the dark green because it's so dark. And I'm making it for a birthday card, Laura, that we have to go to. We don't have to. We're going to a little birthday party for a neighbor. All right, let's see if I can get this. Let's put a couple little highlights. Oh, yeah. I'm not quite sure where to put the highlights, but do a couple little highlights that way. Just another little layer of, I don't know what I'm doing kind of a thing, All right, so now what I want to do is I want to take, now this isn't a great, it might work though. This is a little short liner. I like to use a liner that's more of a longer brush. I'm just going to wet it and I'm going to see if I can get this to work. And I'm going to really just make a puddle of paint here. Now, I don't want it too, this is watercolor, so I don't want it too thin, so when it hits the paper, it kind of, although it might look cute, blurred. But I'm going to see if I can, oh, there's this blue here might work too to make it a little darker. That might be nice. Yeah, okay. Let's test it. Now, see, it's not coming off my brush, so it's not thin enough. So I'm going to add some more water. Now, they're little tiny specks. That's a little bigger. Okay, so let's get more. Now, I'm leaving my tape around the edge because I wanted to have a frame. This is going to be a really fine spot. Now, I could get out acrylic, but you know what? I just didn't do it. This is not totally the look I want, but I'm going with it because this is what I decided to do. I don't have any, well, I do have acrylic sitting here, but nothing really dark. I'll see what you think. I could always add the acrylic paint. Whoops. I don't think I have any white here. Some white spatters might be cute too. But, at some point you have to say, okay, enough already. Let's get those out of the way. They're bothering me. Now, if you're using acrylic paint, like a lot of times Dee will say she has a bucket of stars. You want it to be more of the consistency of, I always see like ink. Milk might be too runny. But see, watercolor is a whole different, oh, there's some good, oh, there we go. There's some good ones. And it might be because my brush hairs are so short too. It's not holding a lot of paint. Now, doesn't look too shabby. Now, getting this painter's tape off sometimes is fiddly because it might tear the paper. So I'm going to apply the heat gun. Now, remember, if you do spatter, whatever you're spattering on, you really should leave that sit and dry because they're little puddles of paint. All right. So I'm going to use my heat tool, and it's watercolor paint. So it should dry fairly quickly with the heat tool. But I'm going to start hopefully lifting up my painter's tape too, without hopefully gonna use my finger. Yeah. This is where you want a third hand. It's hot. Oh, my quiet. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. There's Carol, my quiet corners YouTube info. Didn't you feel it kind of pulling a little bit? You know, that's where it's kind of sticking. Oh, didn't you heat when that just? Oh, it looks like, see, look, a little bit of it leaked up under my tape. Oh, that's too bad. Maybe we'll put the butterfly there. I'm struggling with this. I don't know how to. Ow! Only having two hands. Right. You know, I'm not sure my butterflies are small enough, but we're going to check it out. I have butterfly stickers that are the pet stickers. Oh, let's see, which one are they in? See, I need to get this flatter, so I'm probably going to have to iron that. I don't think it's in here. Oops, there's some. I have more than this, but let's take these out too. I think I have some foliage that might look nice on the other side. You know, maybe I should just leave well enough alone. That's a thought too, you know. Leave it be, leave it be. Let's see. Here we go. I didn't realize I even had this stuff. Okay. Swipe that up, get that off. Okay. Very good. Let's get this. All right. So see here where the paint leaked under my tape. I must not have pushed my tape down real tight in that spot. So I'm thinking a butterfly would look good right there, because the only thing is the back of that's going to be sticky. By position, I don't see how, if he was going the other way, I think that might be a good solution. Let's see what else we have. What other choices we have? Choices are good, right? I'm getting a little hungry, girl. I'm getting a little hungry. Then I'll dig out my stamp that says happy birthday, and that's what we'll stamp on the inside. See, the thing I don't like about the big one is that that's going to stick off the card and the back of it is sticky. Oh, look, a hummingbird. These are all very, very, very big. That's a smaller one, but not super small. Hummingbird. Oh, look, this one's going the right way. Oh, let's see. He's still going to stick off. See, I want to hit that spot. Does that look suspicious? I could trim that off, his wings. What do you think? Or just, oh, I could do that maybe for having sitting down on that flower. What do you think? Now I'm going to show you my trick. I'm going to use some of this painter's tape because this is really sticky. It's not my trick. I saw it on a video, a YouTube video. If you're using these pet stickers, you think that's better? Angle it. And put him that way, he's kind of just his wing just about tips. I feel like something should be down here. All right, so I struggle with getting these stickers apart. Now the gal in the YouTube video used washi tape, but I've got this painter's tape here that I was using that's real sticky. So you put one on each side of your sticker, and then when you pull your tape apart, now I got it to work earlier. Of course, it's not working now. Got more people watching. Oh, good night. Now this is stickier than the. There we go. Do, 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 do. It's so much easier than what I was doing with the little X-Acto knife. And then she said this works like a little handle. No, I didn't really cover it. Okay, let's see. Angle it, angle it. She might, well, they're not really going to notice it that much. It is what it is. It's a homemade card. I got to iron this so it gets flatter so I can glue it down. So here's the card. So this is going to go on the front because I need to cover this. And then when she pops it open, she's got this inside. Tina's Garden. And then I'm going to stamp happy birthday. And then we'll sign it. And then I'll probably ink around there. Anyway, that was my idea. So there it is. I guess I should sign this. So there you have it. I'm going to grab some lunch. How about y'all? Maybe it's morning where you are. But that's it for me for today. I've got other stuff to do. I've got a suitcase to pack. So I've got to get busy on some of these things. I still have a couple of projects, to finish off, but I'm making some progress. So thanks. Thanks, Brenda. Oh, thanks, Laura. All right. So have a good rest of your afternoon and day. All right. And Lord willing, I'll be back on Sunday morning, 10 probably on Sunday. Pack up, Mama. Yeah. Yeah. So I've just got a few things to finish up. And yeah, so it's nice to see you all. Thanks for coming in. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye-bye for now.